Well, it's time for the tech news time today. We're gonna do the tech news, then we'll play. Apple's Mac Pro is finally on shelves, and by on shelves, I definitely don't mean physical shelves, because the most expensive configuration is over $50,000. I mean, you have that thing in an Apple store, there's got glass windows.
I would never trust a shelf with that.
Exactly. It's not gonna be on the shelf for long. That top tier build has a 28 core Intel Xeon W, 4 terabytes of storage, 1.5 terabytes of RAM, 2 Radeon Pro Vega 2 Duo cards, each with 32 gigs of RAM, and Apple's Afterburner accelerator card. Oh, and there's also the optional case wheels, which are $400.
No bidet? This doesn't powder my cheeks?
No, that's extra. That's the top tier. If you do happen to pick up a Mac Pro and the top tier Pro Display XDR, you better only clean that monitor using the special cloth it comes with. Apple's support document clearly says to never use any other cloths to clean the nano texture glass. If you lose the included polishing cloth, you can contact Apple to order a replacement, which is bound to cost about $600. At least. A new leak has spilled some info regarding Intel's upcoming Comet Lake-S desktop CPUs and Z490 motherboards onto the internet. The lineup will be led by the 10-core, 20-thread Core i9-10900K.
So many numbers.
Blech. But hyperthreading is going to play a big part here, as every other processor in the lineup is also sporting the feature except for the lowest tier Celerons. The power of competition from AMD. It's beautiful. While Intel is shaped up in the multi-threading department, they certainly haven't on the process node side, as Intel's new mainstream processors will still be built on the same 14 nanometer process Team Blue has been stuck on since 2015. But according to a leaked roadmap, Intel thinks they'll somehow be on a 7 nanometer process by 2021, and a 1.4 nanometer process by 2029.
Could happen.
Which sounds impressive, until you realize that if that's true, everyone else will be at 0.7 nanometers.
A decimal place.
Yeah.
It's a very small unit of measurement, and it's the last thing that Intel needs right now, but another vulnerability has been identified in Intel CPUs. This one allows an attacker to gain access to sensitive information protected in virtual enclaves by Intel's Software Guard Extensions, or SGX protocol. It does this by exploiting the software interface, allowing users to undervolt their processors. Thus, the name of the attack is...
Underwhelming.
No!
Oh?
Plundervolt. Ah! Security holes are bad news, but the names security researchers come up with are like the silver lining. And there's another silver lining. Most people are not at risk of this attack. And if you are, Intel will be releasing a fix shortly, so don't worry too much. I mean, your volts probably aren't worth plundering anyway. Now it's time for Alternate Universe Riley to do the Quick Bits. Brought to you by Privacy.com, the free tool that makes it easy to manage and secure your financial activities online. You see, anytime we buy anything online, we give merchants and their data partners access to our personal information. By generating virtual numbers, Privacy masks your real bank info, so you never have to worry about giving it out to people online who may, for all you know, be some real weirdos. Privacy's free personal plan lets you create up to 12 virtual cards a month. For $10 a month, the Pro plan gives you up to 36 cards a month, plus 1% cash back on all purchases and more security and privacy features. And for small businesses, $25 a month gets you the Teams plan with dedicated account management, up to 60 cards a month, and custom transaction limits. Sign up today at privacy.com/techlinked and get $5. What? So check it out at the link below. Thanks, me! Windows Central apparently got their hands on insider information concerning the specs of Microsoft's upcoming Project Scarlett consoles. Yes, multiple, because apparently Scarlett actually refers to both the low-powered diskless Lockhart console and the high-powered Anaconda console. So Anaconda will reportedly have 16 gigabytes of memory, an NVMe SSD, and 12 teraflops of performance.
It doesn't even sound more correct.
But my Anaconda don't want none unless it runs Crisis, hun.
You can do side dandos.
I got a groan from the other room and that's all I wanted. AMD released a new version of its Radeon software, which is normally not that exciting, but this release includes Radeon Boost, which can boost performance during fast-moving scenes by an average of 23%. There's also integer scaling for sharper retro titles, and AMD Link, which is a new option for PC to mobile game streaming if you don't want to use the ones already made available by Valve, Nvidia, Samsung, and a lot of
I don't
other
like those ones.
I don't want a different one, I want a red one. Speaking of Samsung, the Korean chaeballs next Samsung Galaxy Fold, that's what it's called.
What is that?
That's a word. It means a big company. What are you doing over here?
T-Rex line.
Okay, now you have to show them that you're here. Now I just look crazy if they can't. There he is. There he is. What are you doing, dude?
Oh God.
This company's in trouble. Anyways, the next Samsung Galaxy Fold could use flexible glass for its display instead of plastic. I don't even know how that's physically possible, but apparently another Korean company, Daewoo Insys, has figured it out, and Samsung has invested $10 million into it. Personally, I'd just like to see this used in Windows. Imagine the reduction we could bring about in confused and injured birds.
Oh, fewer blue screens for sure.
Twitter is funding the development of an open source, decentralized standard that would serve as the basis for all social media, which is weird because that's exactly what Mastodon is, but they can't use that one. Mastodons aren't even real. And the heavily anticipated VR shooter from developer Stress Level Zero, Boneworks, has released on Steam and has already broken the top 100 in Steam's current player count list, which is impressive not only for an indie title, but also a VR game. I can't wait to play it myself. Always wanted to know how bones work.
Bones, how do they work?
Okay, that is it! I'm done with this episode. If you want more tech news, you'll have to come back on Friday, and I'm not budging on this. Don't make me say, no more tech news. No!